What? Oh. There was once a king who had an only daughter who had always been ill, and no doctor had ever been able to cure her. She was so ill, she was covered in horrible green stripes and thought she was a deck chair. And once, when the king had folded her up for the night and gone to bed, he dreamt that his daughter would get well by eating an apple. So he proclaimed, "Right, whoever brings an apple that will make the princess better can marry her and become the king instead of me. All right?" Well, a farmer who had 3 sons heard this and said to the eldest, "Right, go out into the garden, eldest, grab a basket of apples and get round to the king's palace pretty sharpish. Give the apples to the princess and you'll be king." "Easy peasy," said the eldest, and went off with a big basket of apples. And on the way, he met an ugly, dirty, little man. "Get out of the way, you ugly, dirty little man." "Oh, certainly, sir," said the man. But would you mind telling me what you have in that basket?" "If you must know, you nosy little bogey, it's full of slimy toad's legs." "Thank you," said the little man. "If you say so, so shall it be." And he went on his way. Well, the eldest son arrived at the palace and boasted, "I've got the apples here, Mr. King, so give them to the princess and I'll try on the crown now, if you like. Hey, do you want a hand with your packing?" But the king opened the basket and it was full of slimy toad's legs. Going, was still kicking about and jumping around. "Here, what's that? I suppose you think that's funny," said the king. "How dare you!" And he chased the eldest son out of the palace with a stick. Bonk, 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 snap. Oh, poke, poke, poke. So the farmer sent his middle son instead. "Hey, you, middle son, whatever your name is, you take a basket of apples down to the palace and make sure you come back as the king." But on the way, the same thing happened to the middle son. "Oh, hello. And what's in your basket?" "If you must know, you nosy little dog poo, it's full of hairy pig's noses." "Oh, if you say so, so shall it be." And when the middle son opened his basket in front of the king, it was full of hairy pig's noses, still sniffing and snorting. Not funny, screamed the king, and bit the middle son so hard, he had to run home with the king's false teeth still stuck in his bottom. The farmer couldn't believe that the middle son hadn't got to be king either. "Well, that's it then. No kings in this family. I'm so disappointed I could burp." And he did. But the youngest son, who the farmer kept in a dustbin because he didn't like him much, said, "Oh, father, let me take some apples to the princess." "You?" said the farmer. "But you're hideously ugly. Why do you think we keep you in a dustbin? Even if you did cure the princess, she wouldn't marry you, hideous." Because that's what they called him, hideous. But Hideous wouldn't stop asking, "Oh, why not? Oh, why? Why not? What? I mean, why not, Dad? Why? I mean, no, Dad. Why not? What, Dad? Why not? Why not? Why not? Oh, for crying out loud, go on then. Just see what the princess says when she sees someone as ugly as you giving her apples. She'll probably get even more ill. She'll probably turn into a whole set of deck chairs with picnic tables to match." But Hideous didn't care what anyone said. He was so excited, he danced around all night singing, "I'm gonna marry a princess, I'm gonna marry a princess, I'm gonna marry a princess," and all sorts of things like that. "Yeah, because I'm gonna marry her." "Oh, give over," said the farmer. "Just get on with it." And Hideous danced all the way to the palace, and when he was almost there, the dirty, ugly man stepped out. "Hello, similarly ugly person. How are you?" "Well, I'm very well. Could you tell me what's in your basket?" "Why, certainly. I have some apples here to cure the princess of her illness." "As you say, so shall it be," said the man, and he ran off. But when Hideous knocked on the palace door, the posh butler said, "Oh, no, not again. We've had toad's legs, pig's noses. We're not having anything in baskets anymore. Clear off." "But no, you've got to believe me. these are the apples that will cure the princess.
All right, let him in, Conan,
said the king.
but this is the last time. Right, you stand there and don't open the basket till I say so. I don't want something horrible leaping out at me.
And the king climbed up on a chair at the other side of the room and hid behind some bishops, while Hideous tipped beautiful golden apples out onto the floor.
It's safe to come out now, said the bishops. It's only apples.
I know, I wasn't really scared,
said the king, and ran to give the apples to the princess, who was out on the beach with an old lady.